Team, welcome to the week 1 session 1 for a Master of Software Testing. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for being here. I'm really happy to see that you have made your decision and you're all set to go in the direction that I'm going to be showing you. So this is a great program. Once again, you should pat yourself on the back just for choosing to get onto it, choosing to spend time and the dedication that you're showing to learn something like this. That's a great starting point. Now let's get going. Okay, so this is our first week, team. Like I was showing you in the previous sessions, we will do different things every week, but with a very clear intent. In this 10 weeks, how is it that you can master lots of areas in software testing and automation? Okay, so I just want you to be relaxed and just enjoy everything. If you think of it as a knowledge acquisition, as a program for training, then you are either under pressure or you're not that excited. So we will have a very open forum, open discussion. You will know everyone else in the team who's working on this program and so on, and you'll be able to interact together. So I request you to enjoy what you're going to be doing in the next few weeks. All right. So far, so good. Is my voice okay for everyone? Cool. Team, so just few housekeeping things. For now, I am doing the interaction through the chat. Okay. Anything that you have as we go along with the session, please use the chat to post your questions. That way, I'll be able to address. Second, all the sessions that we will do as groups and some of the sessions that you will do as individuals along with your teams, you will also record them. We will put these together so that you could get into accessing everything. All right. Now, one of the things that I'm going to be showing you going forward is all about the membership areas. So we'll look into each of them. All right. Now, the focus is very simple. For week 1, what is it and how is it that we're going to be learning? How are we going to interact with each other as a group? How are you going to be practicing? And then you will be able to assess yourself through tests and so on. And what will happen in week 2? That is it. Okay. So we will have to create a lot of documentation as we go along. And I really want you to participate actively in it. Okay. Please note that there is zero spoon feeding in this session. You have a great platform, but you'll have to put a lot of effort in. But again, don't look at it as work. I just want you to enjoy that. So here are the list of activities that we're going to be doing this week. Okay. So today I am giving you what we'll be doing, each of us, in the coming few weeks, not few weeks, in the coming few days, till end of this week. Thursday, I will do one more session at the same time, or we will do it on Friday, depending on how each of you progress. That session will be to see how we are progressing. Since this is the first session, I want to make sure that each of you are comfortable with what we have done. If you are able to learn, if you are picking up things with other members and interacting. Okay, this is more like the orientation session where you're getting used to everything. Then next Monday will be your first test, where you will be taking up a detailed test on what you have done from today onwards till next Monday. So please be ready. You'll have only 3-4 days in between, right? So a little bit of today left, then you'll have some time tomorrow and Thursday, and then you'll have a little bit of Friday. Weekend is a spare day, so you have to decide. So what you do between Tuesday to Thursday, between Thursday to Monday, is what will get you that. Okay. So team, give me 1 second, please. There you go. Hopefully I fixed this. First time I spent enough time reading that message, so hopefully I got it fixed. So that is very important. Okay. Then finally, we will continue with week 2 on Tuesday. Now, I conducting sessions, or we together as a team having group sessions, we may do between 2 to 3 a week. Sometimes we may do only 1 a week. Sometimes we may do up to 3. Okay. But there may be at least 5 to 10 sessions where you are involved with other members, where I may not be there, Manoj may not be there, and so on. Okay. So team, I think this is a good time for me to introduce Manoj. Manoj has been such an excellent member of IT Learn team for a long time. He's been working with me in technical support. He has done a fabulous job along with me. I depend on him and I trust him immensely. He's done a fabulous job. So he will be available apart from me to be able to address any queries, concerns, or anything that you're facing through this. Now, the reason I'm trying to bring a larger team, more focused attention is because of the fact that this is a large course. We don't want you to lose the direction and always be focused on your goal. Okay, so if you need motivationally, where you say, hey Manoj, hey Karthik, I'm having a challenge with this, that, you're able to reach out, call him on his cell, or find out a good time where you can interact and so on. Okay, same thing with me, but we will make sure that we have a good communication overall. Hoping everyone's there. So Manoj, at this point, can I unmute you so that you can say hello to everyone, please? I just want to make sure that there's personal attention team. In fact, me and Manoj, we were just talking before the session that both of us together, we want to do one-on-one conversations where we will call you personally and have a conversation. But we will do it in about a week or two, so you are getting into the system and it will be more fruitful conversation. Manoj, I have you unmuted.
Yeah, thank you, Karthik. Hello, team. This is Manoj here, and I will be available for you for every time in QA sessions or any time 24/7. You can reach me either through forum we will create for you to ask any queries or any personal queries while practicing or while watching videos. You are facing anything, you can contact me. We will try to resolve your queries or any doubts. So
yeah, great. Thanks, Manoj. So basically the intent is very simple, team. We just want to be available for you, not necessarily 24 hours. I really appreciate the spirit, Manoj, but I'm sure we will work out some time zones where we'll try and keep it open, either this time or some time where all of us are able to get together and do something. Listen, team, I don't want to do a daily session because it will disrupt you. I want you to focus sometime in just trying to learn. But how we learn, what we learn, I'm going to show you. Okay. Manoj, once again, thank you. Just to let you know, team, any questions that you're putting on the chat for this session, it is a little hidden because next session onwards, we will have an open chat so we all can interact together. So as part of what we're doing, you will be watching the videos and learning. My intent is not to spoon feed you. A, my intent is not to repeat what is already there. B, my intent is to really go beyond. What we have done, what is there is a good platform. People have taken significant advantage. Now we have to go to the next level where we do more additional things. Okay, you will have to practice. There are some things I'm going to tell you right now. Do not spend too much time in practicing. There are certain things I will tell you that spend time in practicing. Okay, and as a practice, how do you practice? You can try and repeat exactly what I've shown in those videos and just stick to it. Don't do anything beyond, right? But while you're watching the videos or while you're practicing, take down your notes and create that summary doc. That will be very important. And what I'm going to be doing is we'll have to put all our files, all our information together so that it is, one, easily accessible for everyone. Two, you're able to edit it as a group. So it's like a wiki folder that we will create. All that we will do will be there. So even if you're someone, there are very few of you who requested specifically because of the time zones and other constraints that you may want to follow up as a video. So I know there are some of you who want to do it. So we will make sure that these are available. So as you watch the videos, you have the guidance. But it's got to be very organized team. Okay. Then as you do this, so these 4 activities are something that we already have, but you may want to continue to explore some more areas in that. Some things don't focus too much. There are a few things that you have to focus. Those important topics, you should go online and try and spend more time learning it. Okay. Then we will use group discussions for Q&A, either a chat or some kind of a Q&A document where anyone can ask a question and others can start answering to it. That way, we will keep things very active in all that we do. Okay. Finally, you have to prepare for test and self-assessment. The test, very simple, we will design it based on, in fact, we've started designing it based on what we think you should be knowing, okay? What we think you should be knowing even if you're going for interview and so on. All right, so far so good. This is the high-level agenda for what we're going to be doing this week, okay? Orientation session, which is I'm yet to show what we're going to be doing. Then you will be doing a lot of activities in between each of these times. We will again meet on a Thursday or a Friday. Let me change it here so that there's no confusion. It's either Thursday or a Friday, so that we know that each of you have been given enough time to go through this whole thing, okay? 27th or 26th or 27th September. All right, so anything as a question so far, please? So let me continue. Hopefully it will become clear as I take it forward. If there are any questions, meanwhile, put it on there, please, okay? So we'll come back for your test on Monday, all right? If test is tough on Monday, we will do the test on Tuesday itself and continue with the week 2 session. So we can combine both of them together, okay? Now, for the first week, here are the topics that you're going to be learning, team, okay? I want you to focus on these two areas, MS Office Basics and Fundamentals of Testing, okay? Each of them have certain hours that are required for you to watch the videos alone. Now, how is it that you're going to watch the videos? You will watch the videos as a movie, okay? It is, how do you watch a movie, team? If you're watching a movie, let's say that you got a phone call and you cannot really pause, but you have to get out of the theater and really walk out and come back. You will not say, hey, can you replay that portion? It has to continue. You have to try and get the story from there. Or you will have to find out from your family or whoever you went with, what happened, right? So please try and play the movie end to end. Do not try and pause it, break it, do everything. Just let it play, okay? Play end to end without pause, rewind, or forward, okay? Why? Because I usually repeat, okay? And I am not too fast. I'm usually slow on some important concepts. Plus, you will repeat it, okay? Eventually, you will repeat it, but at least once you finish it, please. That is my request, okay? So, for example, I'm saying now MS Office Basic Tutorial. So let's click on this. Here is the link. Even this presentation, every presentation team, I will be letting you know where it will be so you can pick it up from there. Okay, now each of you will have access to these folders, okay? You need membership access, okay? Right to learn at itelearn.com. So make sure that you have the access to these videos and you're able to watch them, okay? So you have the login section here. All you need to do is sign in. So I'm signing in as the admin and I'll be able to play those videos then. Otherwise, a user who does not have access will not be able to play all the videos, just some of the free videos. So pick the link that I showed from here, okay, and play it there. So we are focusing this one on MS Office Basics team. There are only 3 portions in this. There are certain videos on MS Excel, Microsoft Excel. Then there are 1 or 2 videos on Microsoft Word and 1 video on PowerPoint. Unfortunately, one of my best outputs on PowerPoints that I did got wiped out completely. So that was just last week, so I'm having to redo. Before you get to that section, I will be redoing it. Okay, so there are about 5-6 videos on Microsoft Excel, 1 on Word and 1 on PowerPoint so far. Okay, I want you to watch all these videos as a movie. Okay, do not try and practice on it right away, because once you start practicing, it will take time. Then in the next slide, I'm saying that now you practice on it. At this time, play the video on the side and start to practice it. Okay, so don't try and do both of them together. It will be tough. But while you're doing this, you can try and fill up your summary doc in interview questions. Okay, this is the document that each of you will have. Now, out of this, what is it that I really want you to focus? The first few videos of any of my courses will look very easy. Okay, so some of this even you will know. So don't spend too much time trying to repeat it and so on. 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 29 minutes, and so on. Altogether, it is not more than 5 hours of content. Okay, that is it. So if you can spend tomorrow and just finish watching these videos, and the next couple of days and finish watching these videos, then you've done a great work. Okay, so don't try and leave any of these videos from playing. Finish them off, focus on it, listen to them, and take your notes as you're doing it. This will become very important, team. Trust me on this, that when you get to your interviews or your revisions and all that, all you need to do is refer to this document. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is this the one, Manoj, you created? DDF9 summary? Yeah. So here is a template. Okay, now can everyone hear me okay? Is my audio fine? Okay, good. All right. So let me open up this document. I guess I opened it. And team, sometimes I get a little carried away in terms of the energy that I show, and sometimes I put in a lot of passion to it, so my voice will be harsh, but don't get me wrong, we're all trying to go into the same mode of things. Okay, so now the summary document interview. Why am I not able to open this? Open with Microsoft Word, other programs. Let me download it. Give me one quick second, please. Yeah, it's a Google Doc, Manoj. You're right. So most. Okay. So most is the folder that I'm working on. Here is the file that Manoj created. So I asked Manoj, took his help, and asked him to create one sample like this. Okay. So this document is basically saying which is the page that he's referring to. Manoj, we should also put here the video number. Okay. So we know exactly which video. One per video we need to create that way. And it talks about an introduction of what this does, and then your basic understanding of what it is. Okay, this is the output that Manoj did by watching that video. I want you all as a team to come and do it. So Manoj, you will have to help me in creating those template files, so that the team, while they're watching, they can start filling it in. Okay, so as you're watching, team, I'm not asking you to transcribe. What is transcribe? Taking word to word of what I'm saying and putting it in there. I am actually asking you to take the essence of what it is and put it in here. As part of this, you will also be putting a lot of references on some frequently asked or interview questions, some acronyms that we'll be working with, and so on. Then we'll finally combine them together. Okay, that is the activity we'll be performing later. So this document, can I move this, move to, or make a copy, and I'm going to move it into this most members. Okay, so this one, move to most members. So team, I am right now using move out of shared folder. Okay, Google Docs as a medium of communication and storing everything. So I want each of you will have access to this. So to take advantage of this, and please make sure that you use it very diligently. Okay, one good thing about any of these documentations is that we can look at the modifications. Who has done what modification when, all the revisions. So last edit was seconds ago and I did it. Okay, but I can also see what Manoj did when he did, all the changes that he made, and so on. Okay, so this is important, please. So to keep the revision history, so we know who is doing what, number one. Second thing is we can revert back to an older version in case needed. So this I will call it as summary doc template. In fact, we have to give a better name to this, so that will be easy. So intent is very simple. we will have a brief textual overview of the video that you can print, keep it with you as a reference in later point in time. Some of them has the scripts, some of it has the interview questions and answers we'll put to it, and some acronyms. Okay. If you come up with an idea that, hey, can we do this also? Great, phenomenal, let's do it. Okay. What I'm trying to do is recreate to the maximum potential possible of a physical classroom where all of us are there together and we're doing this. Okay. And whenever me and Manoj, we want to have this one-on-one conversations, we may want to do a video conference with you. We may not want to just do an audio. So I want to do a three-way video conference so we all can see each other and interact. And in fact, team, as you go about, you all will be doing the same. Now, there is another sheet which I'll not share right away, but will be all the members who have done this. So I'm going to upload a file. Later, team, that will contain basically your name, your email, your contact number, and your city that you're living in. Okay, just one template. In fact, I'm going to create a Google Doc spreadsheet here for this. I'm very deliberately going a little slow. I hope you're all okay with it, right? So that I want you to be part of this every week, not just this week, please. Okay, so this is going to be our team contact sheet. Okay, so this is also going to be in this, and you will have access to all the members, first name, last name. If anyone does not want to mention the last name, just put an initial. That's fine, whatever you want. But you should be available to be able to interact with others. If you don't want your your information in this, then that's fine. You can let us know also. Phone and city, country. Okay. The reason I want to do this so that you know who all is there, how they're working with, and so on. Any of you who does not want to be part of this team contact sheet, let me know, please. I will make sure that you are not on it. But at the same time, then you should not try and get in touch with other members. This is just for offline interaction so that you all can be prepared. Now, next thing what I'm going to do is we are going to create, I don't know if it's mentioned here, and I'm still on slide 4. I still have more slides to go. Let me do some things to do. One, create a new document. That way we don't forget, okay? Do you know, team, a lot of people, a lot of teams, okay, use Google Docs as a way for their own documentation, maintaining the test cases across their entire teams. So if you don't have a Google ID, please get it. It will be important for your practice, okay? Things to do, okay? Just a simple list right now. This is from Karthik, okay? 9/24. Week 1, session 1. Karthik, to create the team list, team contact list. Manoj, Raj has already shared this list with me. I'll pass it to you. Can you please help me in finishing this? Okay, so probably this Manoj can do. Okay, then we have one more where, what is it that I just wanted to do? Resumes, yeah. Karthik, resume template. So I will start putting, attaching some resume templates, okay? It is not a one-time activity, it's just ongoing, but I'm putting it here so that we don't forget that we need to do this. Next is all members. You need to do, one is self-assessment form, okay? And all members, you'll have to put your placement form, okay? This I will show you. So I have a little break off from what I was trying to show, but let me walk you through what we will be doing there. But let me finish this few slides, what all you're supposed to be watching, then we'll go back there. So on MS Office, I want you to really focus on the first few videos, okay? So some videos, for example, in MS Excel, like the day 4, chapter 4 and 5 could be a little bit more advanced. Not too much, little bit. Like charts, design, pivot tables and so on. Anywhere you feel that, hey, it's a little complex, don't worry. Remember what I told you. Play it like a video, end to end, pause, rewind or forward, and stick with that. Don't overdo it. MS Office, this is not that critical. Okay, so I'll put this in, let's say, a specific. I'm not saying it is not, I'm not saying that it is not essential. I'm just saying that it is not that critical. So I'll put it in a blue background. Okay, but this fundamentals of testing, this is extremely important. So this you should not miss. And so is this routine, summary talk. So please make sure that these two use focus. So instead of 5 hours, you spend 3 hours here, I'm okay. But instead of 10 hours, if you spend 15 hours here, phenomenal. That is what will make you the difference. Okay. So MS Office done. Excel, PowerPoint, and Word. Word, there is one video here. If there is one more pending video that's supposed to come after this, let me know quickly so that I can start doing it there. The same thing with PowerPoint. I did a series of amazing videos. I lost it. I have the files with it, but I don't have access to the videos. I'm having to redo the videos now. So finish those and then you'll get into this program. Now here is the link to this. Now team, if you don't have membership access, if you are not logged in and you cannot see a membership, then you will not be able to see these videos. Okay, so please make sure that you write to learn at ITE Learn so that you're able to view it. Okay, now in here I just said the chapter 1 or day 1 to day 8, that is it. Okay, like a movie, again the format in which I made this videos is the same, but just the way they are presented in here is a little different. That's a large page. It's just waiting for it to load. So team, this is the guided tour I'm giving you. Make sure that you go through that flow. Okay, till the video 9 where I started with Jira and all that. Finish these videos, please. Okay, altogether they are not more than, if you look at it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours. Okay, but I still said you can spend up to 10 hours. All right, on this, repeat it if you want to, some of these, because what I do in each of them, how I present, what I'm presenting are there. Now don't get confused. I gave to our QA Premium members a free access to Microsoft Excel also. That is why you see those videos repeating here. Okay, that is the only reason. So, but once you click on any of these videos, for example, let's say video 5, go in that order, do not skip. It could be a little slow to start with, but then it will pick up speed. Okay, understanding various SDLC models, waterfall model, iterative model. So as you see it, if you can take notes, great. Okay, some of these things may not have too much time for you to practice really. For example, when we come to Selenium or when we come to a Jira or a Quality Center, you'll have a lot of things to do and practice. And that is the reason we can do more practice than here. It could be a little bit more theoretical. Okay. So these are the videos that you're going to be watching. Now, as you finish it, we will do an assessment on Thursday and Friday. By then you should have finished it. Then you can get into practice. MS Office, don't spend more than 3 hours. Okay. Fundamentals of testing, don't spend more than 5 hours. Okay. You can spend 1 hour here and 8 hours here, however you want to split it. Some of you can take time. These are basic idea of how much time you're looking at. All right. Then you're looking at preparing yourself for test and assignments for about 3 hours. So we're looking at what, 11 here, and you're looking at about 30 hours totally. No, yeah, this is 18, right? So 29 hours. I think there's a lot of buffer in this. You will be able to finish it much sooner. Okay. Now these are the videos that you're supposed to be watching. Now, as I told you, in each of them, what is it that you want to do? In MS Excel, for example, the basics, advanced concepts of it, and where and how we can use Excel. Okay. Concepts of Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint. Very importantly, the idea is at the end of this week 1, what is it that you'll walk out with? What all you will learn? Okay. The next one is fundamentals of testing. What is it that you'll do? You will understand the basic foundation level concepts of what testing is. You will get the idea of different terms, concepts, SDLCs, different methodologies and all those. You will know practically how to write a business requirements document, how to require a functional specification document, how to do a system specification documents, how you're going to write a test plan, how you're going to write individual use case documents, how you're going to write test cases out of them. Okay, you will know this exactly. So your good knowledge on documentation and this will really help you, team. Okay. Question to myself is, where did I talk about effort estimation, business requirement traceability matrix in video 6? All the documents with that all also here, team. Creating system, use case document, use case diagram. No, effort estimation is not in these first ones. It will probably come later. Okay. So what about Jira and all that also will come after these. So let's not get into those sections right away. Okay, so that is what you'll get from fundamentals thing. Okay, practice and exercise. This we already showed you. Okay, primarily what it is you should practice. This is very important. Okay, you need to repeat whatever I've shown you so that you can be able to understand what has happened. Take notes. Okay, all you have to do is this, team. Sometimes you don't need full screen. For example, let's say I'm playing this video. All right, and I have the screen here for the video to be playing. Okay. You will open one Word. Okay. All right. Do you see the idea that I'm trying to do, team? As you go along watching it, try and take notes. Now, you individually may not have captured everything or you didn't get the entire concept, but we as a team collectively would have done a great job. Okay, but what you'll be also doing is following it in that template. Do you see this template? The first thing is the URL. Okay, because you need to know where that video is. For each video that you watch, you're going to be doing this. And this is chapter 1, video 12, is it? There you go. That is the name of the video. Okay. Chapter 1, video 12. And here is the overview. Then finally we can write the right overview in 2 lines, what is covered in here. Okay. Then detailed topics. For each of them there are files and so on also. The intent is very simple thing. It's a summary document. It is not transcription, word to word, no. It's just a glimpse of what was done, what are different things and so on. And then you will know how to create a new workflow in Jira. In fact, we can copy a lot of these things itself and put it in there. Okay, making sense? And this will really finish off the chapter for you. You're done. Then you take this document, we will combine it together as a team and we'll put it, the final version there. Okay, so it is very important to work collectively as a team. Make sure that you start interacting with everyone. Till then, you can do some of these documents at your own level. Now, all that we're doing, I'm trying to put it into this folder, everything that is there. Okay, so that way you can use it. So I'm going to save this as, hold on please. Version 1.3. Oops. I think I had a version 1.3, then I started using the old version. How is this different from that? Here, I think this is the only main thing that was missing in this. Okay, no, this is fine. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'll put it in this folder. That way you have access to everything. Okay, so copy, Google Drive, most members, and this I'm putting it here. Now you can take this and start editing it. Okay, some of this you can do it online, some of this you can do it offline. So we'll face some challenges. Okay, I'm not saying that you'll not face challenges. It's just that you have to get over it, focus on your learning. All right. Now that's slide 7. What you'll do there. Now slide 8 is basically that at the end we will do that live test, one on your Microsoft MS Office basics, small one, but more predominantly on QA basics. Okay, what we will do there. Then summary doc and wiki page, we will review this and see how it is there. And then, oops, team, sorry, are you able to see the screen now? I'm sorry about that. Okay, thank you. Sorry about that. So what was I showing? Yeah, I was just, the only thing I did while you were there is I combined this into version 1.4, this current presentation, and I uploaded it into this folder. This folder is only shared to me. I will be sharing it with everyone. Okay. So for example, right now I'm going to share this with Manoj. Oops, not here. Most share with, oh no, most, not most. Most members I need to share. I need to share the other one, which is most members with TC. So with team, all the members, I have a list of emails that I've got together. We'll be doing so, Manoj and me. So team, please don't use this for communication because I really cannot focus on seeing the emails in this. But you could use it to see invites when it comes from Workasa Inc. Okay, that's one. Now the other thing that I'm very actively working is the placements. Okay, so there will be a placement form. The URL for this form, I will be sending it across to all the members. You will need to fill up your details in that, please. Okay, I want you to do that and keep it ready. Even if you are not fully prepared, that is fine, because the end is you're not learning this for pleasure. You're learning it for the career placements and so on. So there is a huge activity that we're doing in this section, and we want to make sure that we start collecting all the information early on. Okay, so please focus on that placement form. 1.4. All right, I did this, we did this, I showed you this, and I showed you placement form. So this has to be sent to you before we get into week 2, which is not important for us. There was a couple of more things that I needed to show. Name _ self-assessment. Did you put this, Manoj, right now? Yes, okay, thank you, Manoj. Yeah, Manoj just put this. In fact, Manoj, I should have you unmuted, and you can mute yourself at your end. That way, whenever you need to speak, I don't have to unmute you. So I have it here. Now, one of the other things that we're trying to do is being able to assess self-assessment, because I have no way to be able to assess you right now. But I started filling this column on various aspects that we believe that you need to learn at the end of it. Is it already only 32 overall? No, it will have many more sections that will come to it. But I want you to be able to do a self-assessment right away. Okay, do you have any functional skill? Say 4 or 5 or 10 or 8, whatever. On what area? Do you know anything in financial industry or something? If no, that's fine, don't worry. But try and think about something. Then we can create a career chart, a career plan for you, what you need to do, where you need to be called. Based on all of these, when we have these conversations one-on-one, you, me, and Manoj, we can make a good assessment of what we need to be doing. Okay. As we go along, you will see that, hey, you know what, I think I learned all of this, but somewhere in VB scripting, I'm still weak. You know what, I think I need more focus on agile. You know, my communication is good, but I need to find out different tools and process and so on. All right. So this will help you to identify where you're weak at and where you need to go. This you need to download and make it into your own folder. Okay. I will have to maintain a private sheet that is only shared between you, me, and Manoj. That way, I can say that, hey, yes, this is what we're going to be working on your specific file. In that itself, we will, when you create your resume and all that, we're going to put it there and we're going to review it at length. Okay. There'll be at least 2 to 3 one-on-ones that we will need to do, team, across this. In fact, many more, so that we can get used there. Now, any questions, anyone? I'll be happy to unmute you so that you can start interacting. I want voices in this session. No more one-way street where that's why I kind of limited the audience. That way we know that yes, this is what it is. I want you to really tell me what it is. So go ahead, raise your hand, please. There is an option to raise your hand. Is there an option to raise your hand? Attendees can raise hands. Now you can. So you can raise your hands and I can unmute you so you can speak any questions that you have meanwhile. Okay, so we know what we're going to learn. We know what we're going to be doing. As you do it, you have some of these documents shared automatically here. Okay, so I have linked it this with my offline folder. So any changes that I make will automatically come here. Okay, let's see. There's some hands here. Santosh. Hey, Santosh.
Oh yeah. Hi Karthik. I just missed the first 15 minutes of the session. So can you just briefly tell me? Yeah. I
will. But again, try and be on time, please. Number one. I know sometimes we miss out. You'll have your video also, but
no. The problem was you guys haven't sent me the link. I'm waiting for half an hour.
Listen, there is no excuse to anything. Okay, there is no excuse to anything. Things can happen. That is fine. Okay, try and be ready with it. You know that we don't work in your time zone. My team is working in Indian time zone. So when you knew there's a session on 24th, you should have had the link 3 days ago. Okay.
Oh, is it?
Absolutely yes. And here is one of my personal recommendation, and I have nothing against you and I appreciate it. Trust me, I have been late so many times my own, and it's not professionalism. But all I'm saying is, if it is important for you, right, we will do it. Okay, so please try. Even if you miss it, don't worry, go on, and don't even bother wasting your energy on thinking that, you know what, that guy's fault, this guy's fault. Why? Because you are the one who's suffering, whosever fault be it. I don't want you to suffer. Okay, so please give that buffer, thinking that, you know, I will not get an instant response. That is the reason. Okay, but I will repeat it. Okay, Santosh, is that fine? I'm sorry. Is your name Kumari or Santosh? I didn't know how to.
It's Santosh Kumari. You can call me Santosh.
All right, will do. Thank you. Anyone else, please? Rashidul.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Go ahead, please.
Okay. So, like she said, I also didn't get a link to join the session. I got an email saying.
Hold on. This is absolute ignorance on your part. Did you attend the previous session?
Yes.
It is the same one.
In the email, it says if you're a paid member, do not register for the session.
You don't have to register again.
So how do I join the session?
It is the same link. The one which you used in the previous one, if you open that email, it will be returned there. Read the emails, please. The email that comes from GoToTraining, it will be returned there that use this link for this and all future sessions. When I change the schedule on GoToMeeting, for example, it will automatically come. Okay, so just to let you know, team, I know it is the first time, but do not assume anything, please. If you really need an answer, reach out earlier. Otherwise, you are the one who will lose out on it. Okay, so let me quickly log in into GoToMeeting and show you. As soon as it changes schedule, or even when you register, it will tell you use this for going forward for everything. Okay, now same link. Remember, keep it. Okay. This is the same link you will use, which is your link for all the sessions going forward. All right?
Okay.
Is that good?
I'm still kind of confused because the link that I used before was for the free session. So I'm not sure if there was a specific link sent for me.
I'll take a second to help you out again, all right? So please focus on what I'm trying to say. And I'm not saying that you're not getting. All I'm saying is you need to look into what we're trying to do, okay? So for example, if I go to my trainings, I have the registrants, okay, for this session. This session has a specific schedule. If I register on that link, okay, that is the same one that I will be able to use for all the sessions, okay? So now, do you see this? There's Thursday, all the schedule I've put it here. So if I change this for any reason, then you will get an intimation. Please use exactly the same link for every session, okay? Veena, go ahead please.
I understood that we have to go through the videos of MS Office and fundamentals of testing. I didn't get the part like how do we document it? I mean, can you just give me a brief idea about that?
The summary document?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So let me explain that to you again. So what we're going to be doing is, so I created the summary doc template. All right. So you, as you watch the video, will be filling in that document. Okay, that is the whole intent. So you got to pick the video that you need to be watching. For example, okay, as part of this course itself, let's say you're watching video 3. All right, you start playing that video and you start writing out what is it that the whole video is trying to say. So I'm just doing a little forward because I don't need a data. But team, when you're doing it, you don't do a forward and pause, okay? Can you, sorry guys, can you hear the video that was coming out? Audio of that video? No, man. Okay, that was the problem. So let's see, how can I put the audio of that video so that you can hear what I'm trying to do there. But very simple. As I'm talking, as I'm seeing what was happening, can you hear me now? Okay, so I'm playing this video. Can you hear the video now by any chance? That you could readily download from the access section of the videos and start using them. Okay? Now, yes, okay. We have created few categories. We created 1 or 2 test cases within a category. We started to create a few steps, and we also started to build some sets of test data. Now, this is what we have done as a very beginner level QA engineer, right? So, for example, see, I said there's something called category, right? Then I wanted to write, I felt it's an important one to have a definition for team. So I just paused the video. This is me speaking live right now. And I said, define something. At least I know I need to fill the definition for it. Okay. This is how we're going to go about creating the documentation. Now, for the first few documents, me, Manoj, and other team members, we're all going to constructively give feedback on how it needs to be done. As we go along, we will keep improving on it. But once week 1 is over, we will freeze that documents. Okay, so we may do 10 documents in week 1, we will do another 10 documents in week 2 and so on. As we do it, we will freeze those so that we don't go back and keep changing. Unless it is really needed. so that we know that yeah, it is not continuously changing for us. Okay, team. Now, does that answer your question? Will this document be shared by the other team members too? Yes. So whatever you're doing, you will need to do it on the Google Drive. So here we will create one document for each. It will be clearly mentioned. For example, if it is QA, I'll say it will be something like this. Create a document here. How to open the document? You will all have access. I will be inviting. Did you see how I invited Manoj? That is how. Okay. So I'm going to call this as QA. Okay. Or rather WK1. Okay. QA video 1. Video 1 or 01. Right. This is the format we can use for all. So we know this week 1 QA video 1. In here, then you can start writing the template for it and start filling into it. So by Thursday, what I would expect you to do is go about the direction that I've shown. Okay, you may face challenges in the direction that I've shown. You may say that, hey, Karthik, this is working, that is not working, and so on. So you will want to tell me what is happening well, what is not, what should we do so that we can make this the better learning experience and so on. We know exactly what to learn. It is just to make it so good that you will master all of these things and you will really feel confident. Especially when you're working in a group environment, you can see others also and be able to. Now, one of the things that you'll be doing as the summary documents, right? So either on Monday or Tuesday, these sessions, I didn't want to tell it right away, but as we go along, you will notice what we will do there is you will be covering an overview of all you have learned, okay, in that session. 15 minutes or 10 minutes overview. You will open this frozen or finalized documents that you have done, take it and start walking us through it. Okay, so we'll be about 40 people in the team. So out of this 40 members who will be attending, even if we say each week 4 people will be presenting, that way each of you will get a chance to present over the next 10 weeks. There it is a finalization session of that week. Okay, so this topic and this whole few things are done. We will move on to the next week. Okay, making sense? Any questions? Veena, your hand is raised. I'm not sure if I answered, so I have you unmuted. Veena, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting the point, like, I mean, what to go through and everything, and the summary document you said, like, we will get an access to fill in. But the thing is, I mean, like, so next Monday, like, I mean, you said, like, we have a test, like, I mean, I'm not getting the point, like, how
what is it that you not get? Do you want to get confused or do you don't want to get confused? You don't want to, right? So you will just have to take it one step at a time. Okay. So I said, for example, week 1, we will do one more session on a Thursday or Friday so that we can see how each of you are progressing. You will start watching the videos. You will come back and say, I have a problem here or this is not happening. By Monday, we wish to end the week 1, wind it up. So that means that you have finished watching these videos. You have finished practicing. You have written all the summary documents and now you are ready to take the test. Okay. We will be creating a live test which you can log in and take it using the same GoToMeeting link. How do you join all that? You will automatically get that email for GoToTraining saying that this is the session that has come. So that will be your test. That is when you will take your test. Then we will start a fresh week on Tuesday. That time, hopefully, I don't have to explain all of this. So half of that session will be to sum up what we did in the first week, and the other half will just focus on the topics and what we got to be doing in the next week.
Okay.
Okay. So very simple, team. There is no complication. This is just, I'm showing you the whole syllabus that is coming in the next 10 weeks. But this week, we'll only focus on these topics. Just watch the videos. Number 1. Come back to me on the next session that we will do on a Thursday or Friday and tell me how you have done on this. You will start seeing the summary docs. Today, you will start seeing invites on Google Drive to the folder. You can start putting all the documentation. If you have a question, you're going to fill in a document. and this will be the team question answer document. Okay, I'm going to fill this. It is not, okay, it is not one summary document for each person team. It is one summary document for each video. That document will be prepared by everyone together. So let's say I go here and say overview is intro to testing. Okay, basic fundamentals. Okay, and this is done. Now I have done this. So Manoj, can you do me a favor, please? Is this already shared with you? Can you go and change this and correct it? So Manoj can now go into Google Docs and he will be able to change it at his hand. That, okay, I've changed it. Manoj, can you do that please quickly? And here I'm going to create one more document. Manoj, are you there? You are unmuted, so you can unmute at your end and talk, please. Okay, if you're changing it, let me know so that I can show it to the team members. Is this folder is shared with you? It is in week 1, QA video 1. Can you go to that folder and make the correction so that the team can get an idea? There he goes. Manoj is here. Okay, he is logged in and he can now go and make the changes. As he is making the changes, you can see that it is happening. Okay, so together at the same time you can work. Can you correct the word for testing on that, please? Now, meanwhile, Madhurima, your question, please.
Yes, Karthik, hi. Actually, I wanted to ask two questions. The first is this thing that is it necessary to put something on the summary doc? Is it essential thing?
It is essential. Now what will happen is it's like a group, right? So out of the 40 people, there might be only 5 people who are really active in doing it this week. Okay, and they might be finishing it. So you are taking the advantage that they have prepared a common. So it's like this, all the class is not preparing individual notes. All the class together is preparing one notes document that everyone can look at it. So we're trying to get the best out of everything. That is why we're saying it's a wiki, the correct information about it.
Right, that is the main thing. I have a thing of not putting into notepad but writing it on my notepad.
Perfect. On your physical note, right? Notebook. Right? Very good. And that is what I would want you to do. So continue to do it on your notebook also. Then you summarize it and put it in here. By then someone else is starting to work on the document. Whatever you felt, you put it in there.
Okay.
All right. And again, this will evolve over a period of time. All of us will find the right way of doing it as we continue to do it. Okay.
Okay. Other question was that that it was said it would be 5 days a week sessions, right? Before when we started. So
it is going to be 25 hours a week for you. Now here is what is going to be. Okay, so go ahead. What is the question, please, on that?
Okay, so is it like, see, we would be having these, let's say today is Tuesday, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, and Monday is the test, right? So for a beginner like me, I don't know who else are beginner, but for me QA is totally new thing.
Right.
Okay, so for me to rush on all the topics and then give a test on Monday, I don't know how would I be doing. I really want to do good.
Yes.
But I don't know how will I be doing all of the things together and putting myself into test on Monday. So,
okay, perfect.
Because as myself, I thought it would be kind of going through the tutorials by you, so we understand the things and then come for the test. But it would be like me studying by myself and then questioning from you, right?
No, not even questioning from me. Even not that. It is just, and I have been absolutely clear all through that how it's going to work. Now, let me explain it to you, Madhurima. I absolutely understand you and thank you so much for asking this because it could be a common question for a lot of you. Okay. Number one, you may not be able to master everything in first week, not on those topics. That is why I'm telling you exactly what to do. Okay. Oh my goodness, I can't understand what is happening. Just continue to play the videos. Okay. Take a break and play the videos again. Do not try and become a master of that video right away. Okay. But as you watch the video and as you put your notes together for it, that understanding as a group will really work out very well. Number one. Number two is, out of the entire list of team that will be there, we will be breaking it into smaller teams of 4 to 7 people each. Each of these teams will be getting together for more than 1 hour, 3 or 4 hours together, be on Skype or some kind of a chat together where they're interacting and they're saying what is it they're doing with each other. Okay, that team. So once the sheet comes out, this team sheet comes out, I will also be putting what team they belong to once it is broken down into it. And each of you will be interacting with others. And that is where you share that, say that, hey, you know what, I did this, I did that, but I have a question here. And you will come with a group understanding. Okay, so you will do a lot of group practices. Now, depending on how things are going, we may want to do a session even daily if need be, or we may want to do only 2 or 3 sessions because there is no end to what. Look at this session. I've only been trying to say what you should do. It is like this. I'm saying that, hey, let's go for swimming. I want you to teach. I want to teach you swimming. But there is no point in putting you outside the water and say, this is what, this is what. Now I want you to start it. Okay. I want you to get going with it. The content is already there, team. Organized. Everything is there. But how it is going to work, what you're going to be doing, I'm going to walk you through each and every way. This is the start of it. Once we finish and come to the end of week 1, you will see what you've accomplished. Okay, then it will become clear. So let us take your same question at the end because it kind of summarizes all the concerns that most of you have. So at the end of week 1, let us see how it has happened, what you have done. Okay. Yes. So if you have a question while you're watching it, you will have this team comment chat. Now what you can do is here you can put a question. All right. So let's say you're Madhurima, right? So you can say Madhurima. All right. And you put a question saying that I am confused about test plan and let's say test strategy dot. Okay, so then this is a question that is coming, right? So as an answer to this, let's say I am doing it, or let's say a answer, another one, Manoj is doing it. For the first week, I want you guys to use this Google Doc for it only. Okay, all these docs will be there. So each of you will start putting questions and we will have answers. As we go along, I want to create some kind of a more interactive forum where you're able to put these questions and answers. Okay, so as you have questions, you'll start putting them in this. All right. Okay. Again, team, just walk with me. Take your steps. You're already there. So just walk with me. Do what I'm saying. You will see the results as we go along. Okay. I want to personally handhold and guide you, but you will be doing so much of preparations offline. You have to keep doing. There's so much of things to do. So you need that end result, and we will see that every week how we're going. And sometimes there will be so much on your plate that we'll say, guys, you know what, next week let's relax, let's not take too much. Okay, I want to give 1 more week gap. Now this 10 weeks program has become 11 weeks. Okay, at the maximum we may go up to 13 weeks, so that we'll try and finish it in 13 weeks. Already in this 10 weeks we have about 2 weeks buffer, but I want to make sure that each of what we're trying to do is getting accomplished. Okay, what is happening, team, one of the biggest challenges, and the reason I've developed this is everyone, there's so many thousands of members joining IT Learn. A lot of them start watching it, they finish 1 chapter, then they give break, then they come back again from the chapter 1. And so there's no ever ending to it. That is the reason I want to make sure that we complete everything that is needed. All right. Alif, you have a question for me?
Yes, Karthik. Can you listen to me?
Yes, perfectly.
Karthik, my question is, to get access to Google Documents, do we need a Google account? I mean, I
think so. And what I would request you to is create one temporary learning account if you can, please. I think I should even be able to share it, even if it is not. I don't think it is mandatory. I will initially send it to the accounts that you've registered with. So for example, you're using an Outlook account, right? So I'll send it to the Outlook account. Let us see if it works. If it doesn't work, then I will request you to do something for me, please.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you. Anyone else, team? I know I've spent a lot of time. I started at 6:30, so we spent about 1 hour, 5 minutes already, but that is fine. And team, there'll be questions. I'm not saying don't get it. Get your questions. Let it go on. No problem. Absolutely. But be very constructive, team. Don't doubt yourself. Do not get demotivated. Yeah, this is too much to learn. This is too much to learn. You will go with it. Okay, you will finish it. 10 weeks. Look at what you're going to accomplish. Any other questions, please? Feel free to use chat. Feel free to put it on here as well. Veena. Veena, go ahead.
Hi, Karthik. I mean, I have Gmail account. I mean, is that okay? Because
yeah, that's best. That's good. That's good.
Okay, so I don't have to create a Google account, right?
Oh, no, no. Okay, you're saying Gmail. Gmail account is fine. Gmail and Google account is the same. At gmail.com is fine.
Okay.
All right. And team, I want to keep everything in one folder. So please be very careful. If you delete the files, it is commonly being used by everyone else. Okay. When will be divided into the groups? So once I finish all the teams and I put them in here, I will look at which city you are in and I'll try and divide it accordingly. Okay. So then we can know that, okay, this team is working here, this team is working here. The great thing is I can say that, hey, this is what it is, and I can start chatting with the team also. Hey, I'm working on this. Okay. So can you please give me details? And wherever the other teams are, they're also able to do it. And then we will try and do some Google Hangouts and so on. We'll get very interactive team. You will do it, but please be involved. Give time to the whole program and please be involved with others. Okay. That's the only request. All right. So great. I will connect with you on Thursday or Friday. How do you know when the session is? All you need to do is connect to that GoToTraining link and you'll know it. Whenever I change it, you will automatically get an email from GoToTraining saying that, hey, there is a change in the schedule. So all I need to go is go here and change which date, when, what session. Right now, I just added 4 sessions, but as we go along, I'll keep adding all the sessions into it. Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you once again. Wish you all the best. Be relaxed. Just enjoy it with all the team members. There are so many of us in here. Together, we'll do a great job. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Have a good evening, good morning, depending on where you are. And we'll see you back in about 2-3 days from now. All the best. Thanks all. Bye now. Oh.